Hey guys, what is up? This is Cody, or xCodeh. How's it going today? Hopefully everybody watching this video is having yourself a snazzy day. Let me know in the comments down below where you're watching the video from, inside or outside of the United States. Today's video, terrible time. It was a terrible time, truly just a terrible time. This was back when I used to smoke a ton of Backwoods. The Backwoods days. It's been probably about, I'm so terrible with time, honestly. When I say like, oh yeah, this happened in 2015, like, I don't know. I'm guessing, complete guess. Estimated guess, all right? Listen, estimated. Whenever Call of Duty came out that year, it's how you know. It's how you know, dude. I used to be a Backwoods connoisseur, and a couple people hooked me up fat in my P.O. box. You know, there's some good days, the Backwood days. Get the Russian cream here. I used to roll up probably at least 3 of those every day, on top of smoking a pack of cigarettes. Terrible, horrible. But I gotta say, all the years that I smoked, Backwoods was for sure one of my favorite ways to smoke. It's been years, and I don't think I'm ever gonna smoke one again, just because it got to a point where every time I'd smoke it, it would just like hurt my throat a little bit. But let's get on with the story. So this was like right before, like a couple months before I stopped smoking Backwoods. And it was also a period of time where I'd wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I had the old man schedule where I'd go to sleep at like 8 or 9 p.m., wake up super early in the morning, roll a fat Backwoods, like 2.5, 3 grams, go outside, watch the sunrise, smoke it. Great times. It was one of those days, rolled up a fat wood. This time I didn't go outside, I just was smoking it in my room like a degenerate, filling the room with tobacco smoke. Great times, making everything smell like shit. I feel like Backwoods don't make the room smell that bad, like if you were to smoke cigarettes inside. That's a huge difference. There's probably about this much left of the Backwoods. When you get down to about this much left, it gets real harsh. The end starts coming apart a little bit if you get it too wet. I wasn't the greatest at rolling. I was pretty good at rolling Backwoods, but it's always a hit or miss. You open up the pack, maybe you got 2 that are good enough to roll, and then you got that third that's half and half with the cracks, and you gotta fix it a little bit with some paper. Listen, Backwoods are a bitch sometimes. But you get down there, it gets all resiny. Even with a joint sometimes, it gets a little harsh, the oil builds up. So I go to put the Backwoods out, and I don't have any ordinary ashtray. It's one of those ashtrays with the poker in the middle. It used to always come in the subscription boxes that I had, so I had a bunch of them and I would always use them. And the ashtray was pretty full. Like, it wasn't all the way full. That's pretty gross. Like right now, okay, like this is fucked. All right, this is some next level nastiness right here. It wasn't like this, but it was about halfway. And that was back when I'd smoked bongs and bowls a lot, so it was like half ash, half joints. Those are all roaches. It's literally all roach, no ash. I don't smoke joints in my room anymore. And every single time that I'd put a Backwoods out, I would always make sure to like really stomp it out in the ashtray, look and like wait for a second, because there had been times where it just kind of trails up and just starts smoking again. But I made sure this time, okay? I put that shit out, and then I went to go take a shower. It's like 5:45 in the morning, like I said, like no one's awake. First thing in the morning, I'm stoned as hell at this point. The Backwoods got me. That early in the morning, like a 3-gram wood, I'm feeling great. Hop in the shower, and honestly, thank God I don't take long showers. I probably take 15-minute showers at the most. I've never really been one to take a long shower unless I was like really cold or something, coming in from like -10 blizzard temperatures or something. Like for real, I could have just sat in there and had shower thoughts for another 30 minutes, and this story could have gone a lot worse. I got out of the shower and I walk into my room. The moment I even step out of the bathroom door, I could already sense something was wrong. The danger levels in the house have risen, because I get this weird smell. It doesn't smell like my house usually does. It's a little funky, and at every step I take towards my room, it gets a little funkier. The funkiness advances, step by step. I get to my doorstep, open it, it's smelling like an oil refinery in there. It smells like they demolished my room and then started paving a road in my room. It smelled so horrible, and I try to look inside and it's just full of fucking black smoke billowing up from my desk where my ashtray is. It's filling up, literally going all over the fucking ceiling. I could barely see in there. I panic, but I'm like panicked to the point where I don't know what to do. I walk into my room and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it like, what do I do? I had no fucking clue what to do, because at this point, the smoke was like all up in my ashtray. I'm thinking the ashtray is hot at this point. I'm thinking the whole thing's on fire. So I run into my kitchen. I grab a glass of water. I'm fucking filling it in the faucet. I'm like shaking and everything. Run back to my room and just pour it all over the ashtray, all over the ashtray. The smoke that came up after that, it was like even darker. It filled the whole fucking room. I'm opening up all the windows, turning the fans on max, dying. I'm like coughing. It's so horrible. I leave my windows fully open, fans maxed out. That shit smelled for so long. For so long. It wasn't like, listen, weed ash smells horrible. Let's be real here. Even you get your ashtray, you put your finger in it and just smell it. It has a really weird smell to it. If you burn that, like if that's ignited, it's like probably 5 times as worse. But on top of that, on top of it, I look over to the ashtray after all this is all over. You know, the room is aired out. I go over to the ashtray. That shit. The poker in the middle of the ashtray completely melted. Like it was no more. Like there was no more poker. I look down, it's just a pile of melted plastic fused with weed ash and roaches. And I pick up the ashtray. There's this black mark on the fucking, all over my desk. I really consider myself lucky in this scenario. I really, really do. If I had stayed in the shower for not even 10 minutes more, the whole desk could have caught on fire. My computer was directly underneath this, and at the time, I didn't have enough money to afford to replace the computer that I had at the time. And the best part about the whole thing, the best part, all right, is Bentley wasn't in my room. All right, maybe he was in my room and he realized it was fucked and got the hell out. Hopefully that was what happened. I'm so grateful that he wasn't like in my room and I didn't shut my door. Like that would have been absolutely horrible. So that was the time the Backwoods almost killed me. 5:30 in the morning. It was grand old time. Great way to start the day, if I can't say it myself. Definitely. Couldn't have asked for a better way. The moral of this story is that tobacco keeps burning, right? It keeps burning. I think there's something in tobacco. Maybe it's a chemical they spray it down with that keeps cigars, that it keeps them burning. So really, make fucking sure. Keep your ashtrays clean. Maybe that's the moral of the story. If it was clean, it probably wouldn't have happened, because I think the Backwoods ignited into it some ash that like started smoking, and then that attached to another Backwoods roach, and it was just a snowball effect of fuckery. Keep your ashtrays clean. I will never use one of those. I'm not gonna say the company name because I don't want to put them on blast, but the plastic ashtrays with the poker in the middle, never again. I don't think they're exactly designed for putting roaches out, especially, you know, blunts. Probably not the greatest idea on my end. Like, it was mostly my fault. For sure, all my fault. I really should title this video, How I Almost Killed Myself with the Backwoods. Huge thank you to everybody who's pledging support on Patreon. I'll put a list of all the names on screen right now, all right? For $1 or $2 a month, you can support the channel and get access to the secret, unlisted YouTube videos that I've been making. Been having a lot of fun making those. Making vids that I can't make here. I see a lot of people asking me on Twitter if I'm ever gonna make smoking videos again. And I'd love to, alright? I know there's a lot of channels out there that are making those kind of videos and getting away with it, but they're risking it every day, getting guideline strikes. I've gotten guideline strikes since I came back to YouTube. Very spooky, alright? Don't want to get terminated, and I can't make another channel, because if that one gets terminated, this one does too. Listen. Thought about it all. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, all right? With the Patreon, I'm sorry you got to pay $1 a month, all right? I get it. There's some people out there that are mad about it. I'm not trying to sell out here. I'm trying to do what I can to give you guys the content you want without losing everything I've worked for the past 10 years. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like on it if you guys did, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Stay high, stay lifted, and follow my cat on Instagram. Peace.